Rob. This video, we're going to do our first movie review for 2014. This one, we're going to review 300 Rise of an Empire. Okay guys, welcome back. So first off, just to let you know, I'm going to try and keep the spoilers to a minimum. And not that there's any critical spoilers in this movie, but some people don't like to know the plot or anything when they see a review. They just want to know if the movie's good or not. So that's what I'm going to focus on. But before I get into that, one thing I like to do in my movie reviews is I always like to let you guys know what trailers I saw and what I thought of them. So I'm going to tell you guys what trailers I saw. So first trailer I saw was Captain America. Pretty much the same thing we've all seen at this point, so no surprises there. The next trailer was the Godzilla trailer, which was a great treat for me, because when the teaser came out, I didn't get to see the teaser trailer in the theater. When I went to see Desolation of Smog, they skipped it in my theater, but this time they had it. It was nice to see that trailer on full screen. It was a great experience, and obviously very much looking forward to Godzilla. Transformers, which is the same trailer we recently saw, so no surprises there. The same X-Men trailer that we've all seen was another trailer they showed. They showed two horror type thriller movies, one starring Eric Bana, and that one was entitled Deliver Us from Evil. That looked pretty spooky. The trailer was very intense. It was a little bit longer than normal, but they showed like an actual scene from the movie. After they showed all the trailer cuts, they showed an actual scene to end it off, and that was kind of spooky. And then the other one, I didn't recognize any stars or anything in this one, but it was a movie. It looks like it's a scary movie about some sort of mirror that makes you see things differently, you know? And the movie was called Oculus, I believe, and there was one intense scene where the girl's eating an apple, and then she takes a bite, and you hear glass, and it turns out to be a light bulb. That was pretty wicked. So two interesting upcoming horror/thriller movies. Looks pretty interesting. Transcendence, which is the first time I've actually gotten to see this trailer. A couple of people have asked me about it, but with all the Godzilla stuff going on, I really haven't had an opportunity to look at some of these other movies that are coming up that look phenomenal. Transcendence looks really good. Johnny Depp looks like he's put himself in a position for another great performance, which is a good thing after The Lone Ranger. Morgan Freeman always puts instant credibility in a movie, so it's nice to see him in that as well. And it looks like it's gonna be a good movie. I'm definitely gonna check that out. I'll probably even start doing a little bit, start looking into it more. Maybe even do a couple of videos about it, talking about what it's about and what we can expect. And yeah, that's pretty much it for all the trailers. So into the movie review. I'm gonna say it straight up like this, and I don't want to give away spoilers. I don't want to give away the plot. I'm gonna tell you what I thought about this movie. If you like 300. The first one, you're going to like this one. This one was really good. Actually, it was better than I expected. I was really taking a chance going to see this movie because I thought Gerard Butler, a good actor, I thought he did a great job in 300, and it was going to be very hard not to have another 300 movie without him. With that said, this movie, it's within that same world, it's within the same storyline, so you can expect a lot of what you saw before, but from a different perspective in terms of story. That's in terms of story. In terms of action and the CG, you can tell that the CG has come a long way in the last, what has it been, 7, 8 years since the last movie? So I think the last movie was 05 or 06. So somewhere along those lines. So like in the older movie, when someone got cut or stabbed, you saw the blood, and you can tell it was CG. It was CG blood, and I think because it's a graphic novel and because it's a style they're going for, I think that's done purposely to make it look like a comic strip almost. That's the sense that I get. Now in this movie, it's brought up to a more, you can just tell it's CG. Like I guess that's kind of a bad thing, because you know, if I see a movie and I see someone's limb get cut off or someone gets stabbed, and I see what they use to give that scene more realism, it makes me cringe a little more. Where in the 300 movies, I never cringe when I see somebody's limb breaking off, because the blood looks like red ink blot. You know, it doesn't look like real blood. It just looks like coloration of red liquid. So that case, this time it's a more intense level. It's like, it's so fake now. It's like, okay, yeah, he's bleeding ink. So, but outside of that, I was most impressed with Eva Green. My God, did she put on a performance? She steals the show. You know, she plays, and I hope I don't butcher, I'm probably going to butcher these names. I hear them and they sound easy to pronounce, but if I don't hear them after a while, I forget how to pronounce them correctly. So Artemisia, that's who she plays. She plays the naval captain for the Persians. And, I mean, her performance was just sick. Great performance. She does some things in these scenes where you're just like, what? And her and Sullivan Stapleton, who plays, and I'm going to butcher the name again, Themistocles. I think I got it right. Themistocles. Her and Themistocles have this scene that just, they have a couple of scenes together, but they have this one in particular scene that just makes your jaw drop. And it almost symbolizes the kind of fight they're having at sea, because that's where primarily a lot of this takes place, is the sea. Naval battle, and it's a beautiful scenery. Now, it's done in rain a lot, which you guys know how I feel about rain. Wasn't too happy about that, but you know, nonetheless, it was still very action-packed, very intense, very well performed in terms of the choreography and the fighting and stuff like that. But like I said, if you like 300, this won't let you down. It was surprisingly good, considering there's no Gerard Butler. Now, Lena Headey is also in the movie, but what I like that they did about her is they didn't try to use her to compensate for no Gerard Butler. In other words, she's in the movie enough, but she doesn't saturate the movie at all. Her scenes are about as much as they were in 300. Now, they're very critical scenes. They are very critical to the plot of the story. But I'm glad that they didn't use her to saturate the story, because I think that would have been like a cop-out. And as much as I love Lena Headey, and I think she's a great actress, and I love her in Game of Thrones, because they portray this as such a manly movie, and it wouldn't make sense to saturate the movie with a woman. And I'm not being sexist. That's how they portray the movie. They portray it as a guys, the Spartans and the Athens and war and blood. And because we already know Queen Gorgo, we know she's tough. We know she's capable of fighting. But to see her lead the movie it wouldn't have been a good move. So I like that they kept her role as the queen, and she got about as involved as she had to get. But Eva Green, bomb. If nothing else, go see this movie for her performance, because it was that good. For those of you who are kind of cringe around seeing blood and limbs fly around, it looks almost cartoonish, so I wouldn't even be worried about that. It's not that serious. But outside of that, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a lot better than I was expecting. I really was rolling the dice on this one, because I'm like, do I want to see the sequel? It's been a long time. There's no Gerard Butler. But I thought it was good. You know, we do see Xerxes. He does play his role. We see some of his backstory, but I won't get into that. But it's a good story. And we see what sets everything off. It's a good past, present, future story that we didn't get in 300, and that's another thing I like. So, but that's it. I mean, that's it. It's a solid movie. If you like 300, you will like this movie. If you watch 300 and you were like, and you're questioning watching this movie, at least go see it for Eva Green, because she did such a kick-ass job. It is worth the price of admission just to see her performance alone, in my opinion. I thought it was great. And man, she is incredibly beautiful in a very sadistic way. It's great. It was a fun movie. I had a lot of fun. So that's it, guys. That's it for this review. If you checked out 300 Rise of an Empire, share your thoughts below. If you haven't, give it a shot. I do recommend it. I had a lot of fun. And we will see you soon for another 2014 movie. Next one will probably going to be Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That's coming out in a couple of weeks. But until then, guys, this is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy. Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host, Rob. This video, we're going to do our first movie review for 2014. This one, we're going to review 300 Rise of an Empire. Okay guys, welcome back. So first off, just to let you know, I'm going to try and keep the spoilers to a minimum. And not that there's any critical spoilers in this movie, but some people don't like to know the plot or anything when they see a review. They just want to know if the movie's good or not. So that's what I'm going to focus on. But before I get into that, one thing I like to do in my movie reviews is I always like to let you guys know what trailers I saw and what I thought of them. So I'm going to tell you guys what trailers I saw. So first trailer I saw was Captain America. pretty much the same thing we've all seen at this point, so no surprises there. The next trailer was the Godzilla trailer, which was a great treat for me, because when the teaser came out, I didn't get to see the teaser trailer in the theater. When I went to see Desolation of Smog, they skipped it in my theater, but this time they had it. It was nice to see that trailer on full screen. It was a great experience, and obviously very much looking forward to Godzilla. Transformers, which is the same trailer we recently saw,